Good morning. Just getting my camera right. I think that's right. Let me just see if my laptop's right. So let's have a look. Just getting my camera right. Oops. Shush. Okay, it looks like I'm good to go, I think. I'm good to go, I think. Okay. Okay, I think it's right. I hope everybody's keeping well in this crazy world.
Okay, I think it's right.
Oops, I haven't turned this down.
Hope everybody's
in this crazy world. Hopefully we're coming to the peak of the Omicron variant and things will settle. One can only hope. But it's a beautiful sunny day today. There's a few clouds rolling in, I can see, but let's make hay while the sun shines, as the saying goes. I've got my coffee and I've got it in my Keep Calm, Keep Stamping mug. I think we all need to do that. So today I'm going to play with some with the little embossing folders in the mini catalogue called the Stripes and Splatters embossing folders. I have used them before, but I'm going to ink them up and put them through the emboss machine. I hope you can see me. I know I've had a bit of trouble with that in the past. So if you're watching, jump on and say hi so I know you're there. That'd be really great. So yeah, we're going to play with the Splatters embossing folders and the stripes. I have used them before with the Daffodil card I made. Yeah, that's right. That's got the stripes one in. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's got the stripes embossing folder on the mother of pearl paper. And I had a play with a couple of stamp sets from the annual catalogue that I got a while ago and haven't used yet. And it's called Count on Me. And I made this one. And I've put ink on the embossing folder and run it through the emboss machine, and that's what it looks like. Hi Wendy. That's what it looks like. So we're going to play with that, but this is another card I made with the Count on Me stamp set, and that's a background I just made up called the Swoosh Technique. It's a bit hit and miss, but that's okay. And this is another one I cased from the Artisan group. They had done some interesting gold splattering behind it, but I just stamped splatters with the stamp. That was a bit easier. So that's what I did with that one. So the other really good news for those who are into stamping is that nearly all of the celebration items are available now. They're just waiting on the Daffodil DSP. So that's really good. You can order just about everything now. So that's really good. And they are going to be extending celebration for us down here in the South Pacific because we've had so many problems with the shipping. So they will be extending it into March. They don't have a cut-off date as yet, but it'll be extended by a few weeks. So that's good news as well. So I shall put my phone up into the holder and I hopefully won't drop you and we'll get started. So I'll turn you round so you're not looking at the moon. There we go. And I'll just zoom in a little bit. I think that's pretty good. So these folders, oops, got some sticky tape on me. These little mini folders are on page at 55 in the mini catalogue, and you could miss them. They're hard to display because they're clear, obviously, so that makes them a little bit tricky to display, but they're there and they go through the mini cut emboss machine, which is available with a $50 or over order with me during the month of January and February. So that's what I'm offering as a special for January and February. And it's just got to spend $50, use the January host code, and when February clocks over, I'll put a new host code up for February. And you just have to place a $50 order with me and you'll go in the draw for the mini emboss machine, which we shall use today. Yeah, I'm just having a sip of coffee because I need it. So this was the one I made using the Count on Me stamp set. That's a really cute stamp set. It's got a kangaroo and koalas and a kiwi, so obviously it was made for the South Pacific people. And this one's a really cute one, the teddy bear, the bear holding a heart for a Valentine's Day card. Not that I really do Valentine's Day, but anyway, that's a nice little set to play with. So this time I'm going to make the cards similar, but I'm going to use the Awesome Otters. Now that's a celebration stamp set that's available with a $90 spend on product. It's free with a $90 spend, and it's a cute little set. I've made some other cards with it that I think are downstairs, so I can't show you those. But I'm gonna do that with that one, and then with the splatters, and then I'll make a second card with the stripes and doing the ink on the embossing folder with the Daffodil Daydream card stamp set. So I shall put that one aside. Put that there, and we'll put that there. So that's our card base. It's just a piece of A5, A5 card base, just your standard card base in thick Whisper White. And this is a piece of white, Whisper White, 8.5 centimeters by 13.4, and that just fits in here nicely. So it's a perfect fit. I've already cut out a layering scallop circle because I thought I'll do a couple of things ahead of time that I could, but the inking of the embossing folders I could not. So say hi if you're on, so I know you're watching. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, and what you do is, I'm going to just find my little craft sheet, just so try and save a little bit of mess, is you get your ink pad and you just press it onto your embossing folder. Now you think, oh my god, this is going to make a huge mess, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So that's pretty much covered the embossing folder. I'll put that there. And then you're going to place your piece of cardstock in your embossing folder. Put it down and just hang on to it. Bring your Mini Cut emboss machine. It's such a cute little machine. And in the two catalogues, it will show you what dies fits through the machine. It will have a little picture of the Mini Cut emboss machine beside the dies and the embossing folders, so you know what will go through. So that's our inky embossing folder. So we're just going to spine first. Just going to put that on the plate and use our plate number 4 for a 3D embossing folder. And I'll just, oh no, it's caught. Sometimes it slips around on my paper, so there we go. Wind it through. Move it out of the way. And what you get is this. And you do get some ink on your folder that can just wash off under the tap or wipe off with a tissue, whichever you prefer. I generally go to a tap and wash it off, but just at the moment I'll give it a wipe and then I'll wash it off later because they're water-based inks, so they do come off. So that's what you get. Looks totally different in the Misty Moonlight, but I quite like it. And so, oops, you do get inky fingers. So that's a bit of a concern. You've got to be careful. So that's that. Now I have put a little bit of ink on my circle, but let's see if we can cover it up. I'm going to use the otter that is in the water because I think he's a bit cute. And with my black Memento ink, turn it around. So I'm just gonna, I'll make sure it's up high enough, I'm not out of camera. Okay, I'm just gonna stamp him down like that. Cute, cute, cute. So I will be covering up my little bit of ink that I got on it. And get my, and you could colour him in with stamping blends, and that's what I'm going to be using. Or you could colour with watercolour pencils, ink and an aqua painter, that would also work. So I'm just going to colour him in. This is with Balmy Blue, light and dark Balmy Blue. I'm just going to very quickly colour in the ocean. There we go. I've got my radio turned down today because my Makeup Monday on Monday got banned for copyright. I thought, what have I done differently? I couldn't work it out. And what had happened was it had heard a song in the background from the radio and it had put a copyright ban on me. So I always have my radio on, and I must have just had it a little bit louder. It only caught one song during the course of the video, and yeah, I was banned. So I had to go in and remove the song in the video. They had a free like scrubbing thing or something, I don't know, it's all beyond me. And upload it again, so that worked the second time. But goodness me, I thought, I haven't done anything, I haven't broken any rules. Funny as. I see there's 2 people watching, but you're shy, you're not making any comments. So this is just, I haven't seen an otter in real life. Has anybody seen an otter in real life? I haven't. I don't even know if I've seen one at a zoo. I probably have, I just can't remember. So with the stamping blends, I always do the dark first and just put the dark where I want it, the dark colour, and then I use the blend. This is soft suede. I had to think for a minute because we've got a soft succulent. I was like, it's not bad. So, and then you can go back and blend that line, so you can blend that line out. So at first it appears like a line. I don't know if that's visible on the camera, but there appears to be like a line, and that's when you go back with your lighter colour and blend it, so then you get the shading happening. So I've cancelled a class that I was having tomorrow. It was a whitewash class, a technique class, as I only had one person booked in, and it's not much fun with one person, like for that person. So I generally run classes when I have 2 bookings, but when I just have one, I figure, well, it's not much fun for the other for the person, so I'll run that class again later. I just think there's a little bit of hesitancy in coming out at the moment, which is totally understandable. My daughter Olivia and her boyfriend Kurt, they've both got COVID. They've been isolating this week. Kurt got it first, and then Olivia got it a day or 2 later. So they were quite off colour for the first couple of days, and then they've picked up okay now. So I'm going, after this, I'm going to the shops to do a bit of a grocery run for them and drop that off at their door. Kurt's mum did that earlier in the week for them, so I'm doing it today just to help them out, which I don't mind at all. So I might just turn my light on because it looks like that cloud cover's come over and it's making it a bit dull. I'm just making sure that no glue's oozing out. So this is my little sample that I've got here, and I'll get some dimensionals. So So when you use the stamping blends, because they're alcohol ink markers, they do bleed through to the back. So you can't really just do it straight onto a white card front, like one layer card, because it will bleed through and show. So I'm going to put my little otter here. Or will I put him down low? Maybe I'll put him low. There we go. He's so cute. I like him so much. Now, out of this one, you can have its birthday time or you are utterly awesome. Let's go with birthday time. And get another. No, I'll get out this one. Okay, so I shall get the Misty Moonlight back. Now the Misty Moonlight is one of the 2020, 2022 in colour. So it shall be going at the beginning of June when the new catalogue comes out. So if you've got the 2020 in colours, you might want to start thinking about getting the re-inkers now, because the re-inkers are the first things to sell out when the catalogue starts retiring. So it's worthwhile getting those before time. Now, something I did get in an order that arrived yesterday was the banner label punch. I was thinking I wasn't going to get it, but then I've caved in and I've got it. Now, I just don't know if that's the right size for any of these. I might have to trim it down a fraction. So these punches, they do 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch and an inch banners. So I'll do oh, that's a bit close. I'll do a half. That's not going to work. I'll have to turn that over and re-stamp it. I wasn't thinking then, was I? So I'll turn it over. Beauty of card making. You've got 2 sides to every piece of cardstock. Any comments? No comments. Okay, so I shall try again. That's good. Yeah, that's just a heads up about the 2020 in colours. It's worthwhile getting the re-inkers if you really like one of the colours and you want to keep it and use it for your own use. Well, you would. Okay, so this is a 1/2 inch banner. So what you do is you just poke it into the punch, turn it over, it's lined up, punch it off. And now what I do, if I can find the little bit that flew away, is oops, I got my window open and it's blowing. I just put that little piece like that, and where's my pencil? Here it is. And just get a rough idea of how long I want it, and chop it off, and then I slide it back into the punch. Make sure it's lined up, which it is, and then I have a little banner. I didn't quite get the length of that right, but that was the first time I used it, so I'm not too unhappy with that. And what I'm going to do is get my blue blending brush, which has probably got balmy blue on it. Yes, it has. And just put a bit of ink over the top, just to take that starkness of the white off. So you can do this technique, inking up the embossing folders with any embossing folders. Some embossing folders work better than others. It's just a matter of trial and error, really, to see what works best for you. But but it's good to see the different sort of backgrounds you can get, and it sort of makes the embossing folder stand out. I think it's a bit of a cool technique. I'm going to put that right there. I hope that's straight. I don't think it is. Let's lift that up. There we go. And I shall get some bling down. Now on this one I put the blue gems on it. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that would have worked. Would that look alright? I like these iridescent-y type ones. Is that a word? Iridescent-y? It is now. Okay, I'll do one big one somewhere. Maybe down here. And then I'll do a couple of little ones. I'll put one up here. And maybe one here. There we go. So those gems are in the annual catalogue. So I might just get my little blending brush and go around this a bit too. Just with a little hint of colour. How cute is that? He's a cutie pie. I think so anyway. So that has, and a simple card too. Wasn't that hard? Great if you've got the mini cut and emboss machine. So remember, $50 or over order, you'll go in the draw. So that's the first card that I'm doing. And I don't know, my desk is never big enough. Let me have a sip of coffee. I think that's really cute. They're both really cute. Okay, so we'll put that one aside, and now we shall bring in this card and the daffodils. And I've got my piece for my daffodil to stamp on. This same again, just basic white, thick basic white. I called it basic white. I normally call it whisper white because I can't seem to get that in my head that it's changed. And then I've got a piece 8.5 centimeters by 13.4 to go in the stripes folder. Now I haven't done this with the stripes, so let's see how this turns out because it might be a big disaster. So I'm gonna do Daffodil Delight ink and just ink it up. That should be right. I'll put that over here somewhere, up there. Once again, I'll move my little, so I'll get my cardstock in right. Bring my little emboss machine back in. So as I said, the scalloped contour dies go through this machine. Maybe the largest one won't, but everything else does. Now what have I done here? Here they are. Couldn't find the plates. Okay, so number 1 plate, embossing folder spine first, and number 4 because they're 3D embossing folders. Make sure they, there we go. I might have to stand up to get this to work for me. Oh gosh, naughty thing, it's misbehaving. There we go. It's just got a catch. Okay, take our plates off. So that's interesting. I just like the way they turn out, and it showcases the embossing folders too. So give your embossing folder a wipe, and you can run it under a tap later on when you're finished. Okay, so I've got this one. And I've got this one. And I've got this one. And here we go. Here's the, I'm going to do this one. This daffodil one. The daffodil paper, as I said before, that's still not in. It's due in on the 31st of January. So that will be good. And then we'll have all the celebration products available. So that's the black memento again. And I'm just going to stamp that. Beautiful. And I'm going to get my blends again. Now I find, not Granny Apple Green, Old Olive is the green I like, and you can't go past Daffodil Delight for the daffodil. It just seems inappropriate not to use it. So I shall do the Old Olive first, and I'm just using dark Old Olive here. I thought it was going to be a lovely sunny day all day today, but the clouds have rolled in again. And the stem of the daffodil. There we go. So that's the leaves done. And I'm going to use my dark Daffodil Delight just to put some dark bits onto the flowers. I love daffodils. I might just do all around there. And then I'll come back with my light daffodil marker. So these two cards are really quite easy and simple. You do need some tools and products to do them, but they're not really hard, multiple layers or folds or anything like that. And it's nice to keep things simple sometimes. It's nice to do fancy stuff, but it's also nice to do simple things. Okay. So the stamping blends come in packs of 2, light and dark, and they're $15.75 for a pack of 2, and there's multiple colours available. So once again, we'll put some glue on the back of our embossed piece of paper. Put it this way around. There we go. Super simple. I'll make sure there's no glue oozing out. Sorry about my clearing my voice. I just seem to have a bit of a croak, but it's not COVID. It's just me. I often get a sore throat with my lupus. It's quite common, but I was sent home from work on Tuesday because even though I'd done a rapid antigen test and was negative, the doctor didn't want to take any chances, so I was sent home. So I don't think I've ever been sent home from work. It was very strange, but anyway, I appreciate her concern with so many cases out there. And I had a rapid antigen test because my lovely son, should I do that crooked? Maybe. Might be just a bit different, mightn't it? My lovely son had brought one down from Newcastle for me. He'd bought a whole lot before Christmas. and I thought I was going to need them to get in to see my mum in the nursing home, but as it turned out, I didn't need to. I don't need to do a rapid antigen test each time I visit, thank goodness. So let me think, what bling will I use on this card? Oh, I know. I might do the butterflies. These are the brushed brass butterflies in the mini catalogue. And they're really cute. I like them. Might do 3 of these. So that's nice. And I might do a little bit of Winkostella splatter on it. Can never have enough splatter or bling, I don't reckon. Okay, just need something else to hit it with, and I'll just make sure it's flowing. Okay. There we go. So, oh, gotta do a greeting. Goodness gracious me. How could I be so remiss? How wide's this? Look at that. That's perfect. That's 3/4, so I can use my banner again. So let's do that. And what I'll do is I'll do both ends so I get it even, and then work my greeting around it. There we go. Oh, I do like that, that punch. Now, in the Daffodil stamp set, you've only got Happy Mother's Day and Easter Blessings. And I'm not sure I want to make that, either of them that. But I have got 2 new greeting stamp sets. I've got the Celebration Special Moments that's available with a $180 order. And that's a photopolymer one. And I've also bought the Celebrating You one that's in the mini catalogue, because it's got lots of nice ones in it. It's got a Father's Day, Happy Birthday, Happy Anniversary, and Happy Mother's Day. It's got a wedding one. It's got Easter, a baby one. It's a really nice one because it covers lots of occasions. I really like that one too. But this Happy Birthday looks really nice, I think. And that probably will fit on my little banner that I've carefully cut out. Let me get it off the... And the beauty of the photopolymer is you don't have to mount it. So you just bang it onto a block. Oh look, that's going to fit perfectly. Perfectly. So let me just get that. And I think I'll do Old Olive. Should I practice somewhere? Oh, how nice is that? It stamps beautifully. So, that was just a fluke that I had that little piece of white cardstock and it was the right size. Fluky. Okay. Everyone's very quiet today. No comments at all. Oh, shy. Okay, so let me see. Let me get my green brush and just see. Well, I want Old Olive on it. Get a piece of scratch paper. Yeah, I don't want that much Old Olive. There we go. And just flick the ends. You can use a dauber. I just got my brushes on my desk, so it's a little bit easier just for me to grab the brushes. There we go. Put that one away. My little card back in now. Should I do top or bottom? I think bottom. Dimensionals. our dimensionals are the best dimensionals I've used, and I've used quite a few. So if you need dimensionals, just attach a packet to your order. Maybe I'll go over this side because there's a little tiny bit there that's not covered up, and that's just bugging me a bit. There we go. So how quick and easy were those 2 cards? And all I did was, just thought I'd put it on upside down, but I hadn't, was just cut a piece to fit in the embossing folders, put the ink on the Stampin' Up logo side of the embossing folder, run it through the Mini Cut emboss machine or your standard cut emboss machine, and carefully take it out. And I can't get through a video without Rosie going off, can I? And carefully take it out, and that makes an interesting background. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little tip for your embossing folders, another way to use them. And I hope you have a great day. If you want to place an order, everything in the celebration brochure is available now except for the daffodil paper. I'm waiting for that. I'm ignoring Rosie. But everything else is now available and you can order it. So $50 order, you go in the draw for a mini cut and emboss machine. A $90 order, you'll get a free item from Celebration. So I hope everyone has a great day. Have a great weekend. Keep safe. And I'll see you on Monday for my Makeup Monday. Bye-bye.